1, 2, 3, 4.
There's been some great racing today, so let's get straight to the highlights and show you what's happened. Okay, so we're starting things off with the four-wheel drive main final. That is German Mark Kreisig in the lead, followed closely by Steve-O Backlund from Great Britain, and just behind him is Dirk Kellerman, also from Germany. Mark and Steve-O are well in, starting the gap. Oh no, big crash for Steve-O. That's going to drop him right back down the field. So just a couple minutes later, we've got Mark followed closely by Dirk. And they're not going to want to take each other out because they're pitting right next to each other. So that'll be a very long drive home if anything happened there. But they're starting to really gap the field. You can see there's a large margin behind them. And here's Dirk. He's starting to drop back a little bit from Mark, which is slightly surprising because he was leading the standings early in qualifying. And here's Steve-O battling his way back through the field. It's car number 2 leading this group here. And it's a tough battle, as you can tell. Steve-O driving a little bit erratically, but he likes to drive on the edge. He told us that in the pits. And he's working his way through this group, trying to get back into at least the number 2 spot, if not battle for the win. Over the triples, and here's Dirk. Oh no, big crash, big crash for Dirk. That's going to not only be expensive, but cost him quite a lot in positions. And here's Mark on the last lap of the race. He's not only gapped Steve-O, who is caught up to second and passed him for position, but he's lapped the entire field, which shows just how dominant Mark has been in this race. 30-minute race and lapping the field. That's quite an impressive feat. And Mark takes the win.
In the beginning it was hard because Steve-O and Dirk was also pushing hard, but then I had a small gap and I just decided to go the safe, fast way because this track caused so many problems. If you push the car too hard, you have traction rolls and everything, and yeah, it was great. It was great.
All right, and the start of the two-wheel drive Semi-B. This decides the top 5 drivers of this go into the main final, so it's very important for these guys to get a good finishing position. And you can see the top 2 cars of Alexander Schmidt from Germany and Christian Lagasse from the Netherlands. They're already starting to pull away from the pack here. Good distance between them. And here, just a few laps later, you can really see how much distance they have between the top 2 and the rest of the field. They're just coming down the back straight, and these guys have several seconds advantage over the rest of the field. And Christian Lagasse, somewhere along the way, he made a mistake, got caught up with traffic just like that, and you can see 3rd place Felix Horens is right behind him. He's moved up from 8th position, as you can tell from the number on his car. And here we go later in the race. Felix is still chasing down Christian, but it appears he may have just settled for 3rd because he knows that he's definitely in the main final now, and there's no one that can catch these guys. And here's Alexander Schmidt, and he's running off into the distance. Huge lead over 2nd and 3rd place, and he's definitely in the A final. And the A semi-final, that's homeboy James Mccarthy. He's crashed out. He's big time. He's going to be way down the field. But this is Dario and Sergio. Dario, the lead guy that everybody's worried about this weekend. There's Sergio Martinez from Spain. He's solidly in 2nd position. He's not really able to make up much time on Dario, but he's definitely in the A final. and he's should be a pretty strong contender. And here's James McCarthy again. He's made up quite a lot of positions from dropping way back in the field. So he's done really well for himself. This is his home track, but it's... And here's Dario on his way to the lead. He's way in the lead. He's kicking out the back end on his way to winning. And the two-wheel drive main final setting off. Dario with a very wide line, chased hard by Alexander, followed very closely by Christian, and over the tabletop and into the tight infield section of this track. It's fully AstroTurf, and although it's Dario getting a bit wide there, and onto the back straight. It's the home track for one of the racers, James McCarthy. He's starting in 6th. He's doing quite well, but not quite up to the standard of Dario. Dario is extremely fast. Everyone was saying that he'd be the guy to beat this week. Dario likes to take it a bit, well, very wide into that first corner, and sometimes going a little slippy. Oh, yep, uncharacteristic mistake from Dario, and that lets Alexander get right on his backside. Very fast sweeper there, and then another turn. Oh, hey, what's Alexander doing there? Oh, he's letting Christian catch up. So now he's got to fend him off. That gives Dario some breathing room and should let him stretch out some pace. Oh no, that's a pass for a lead with Dario getting hung up on a pipe. So now it's Alexander Schmidt from Germany off into the lead, and I believe it looks like Christian Lagasse from the Netherlands got past Dario as well. So Dario's got a bit of work to do now. There's only a few minutes into the... Oh, Alexander flips, but he keeps his lead. Yeah, that's a pretty good lead there. So it's going over the triples, and another flip. What's happening? Oop, and another mistake. That's a lot of mistakes to make in half a lap. It's not even half a lap. It's maybe a third or a quarter of a lap. So it's Alexander, Christian, and Dario. Alexander and Christian very close together. And here's Dario. Oh, he's caught right up to Christian. Takes it a bit tight there. Slides out. This is many minutes later. Dario's had to work very hard to catch up to these two. Here you can see there's first, second, and third, all within just a couple of seconds of each other. And there's Christian going over, and that let Dario get past. So now Dario's now on the hunt for Alexander. And here we go. It's many minutes later. This has taken, again, a lot of work by Dario to catch up to the German, Alexander. Taking a wide line again. He likes that wide line. And into yet another hairpin. So, let's see what sort of pressure Dario can put on Alexander. Alexander is one of the youngest competitors here. I believe he's actually the youngest competitor in the two-wheel drive class. So this is an extremely good show for Alexander. And here's third place Christian Lagasse. He's kind of running on his own for a bit. He's got a lot of space to catch up to Dario and Alexander. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of space behind him as well. It's several seconds of space. So he's running on his own, but Dario's really nailing on the pressure for Alexander here. Let's see if Alexander cracks or if Dario can get past. So going over the triples again. A lot of people make a mistake there, just like Dario did there. It's just a couple of mistakes by Dario in this race, and he's let Alexander get quite a lead again now. So he's got to work a bit more. Oh, the sun's come out. It's been partly cloudy, so sun's come out, going into that back section. Very fast sweeper, even though it looks fairly short from up here. I tell you, if you're down there, it's... Oh, and a big mistake from Alexander. That lets Dario get past into the lead. Now, let's see if Alexander can catch up and just hang on to the back bumper of Dario. It looks like Dario's already starting to stretch out that lead as they go through traffic. Let's see here. Dario is not getting too bad. Oh, big expensive crash in the background there. You don't want to be doing that if you own one of these machines. And this is Sergio Martinez from he's from Spain. He started in 4th. He was running in 2nd in qualifying. He was doing really well. He started 4th. That's his car number 4, and he had a major crash in the first couple of laps of the race. And he's worked his way up into, this is the battle for 4th, I believe, here, as he gets sideways. He's worked his way up to 4th. From 10th position, which is an amazing effort, and that is car 0 of Ken Walkiers from Belgium. He's giving Sergio a really good run for his money, as Sergio's just trying to, he's worked so hard just to get back up to where he qualified, and this was really an amazing effort from Sergio. Oh, let's Ken get past. Oh, yep. See, there's one of those triple bubbles. We saw a lot of those over the weekend. Many racers taking a while to get used to that. And even in this main final, they're still cracking and making a mistake. And that is the homeboy racer, James McCarthy, just giving Sergio a little tap there. Got a call from the referees to be a bit careful. James, if you saw our other feature on the qualifying, he said that the track was fully astroturf, which he's not used to. And here we go, starting the final lap. Dario letting one of the other lap traffic cars go past. Looks like he's doing some sort of fuel conservation strategy here. I just wants to make sure that he actually gets to the finish line, because everyone started on 700 milliliters of fuel, the same exact amount of fuel. And although we haven't seen anybody cut out yet, he wants to make sure that he holds his lead, crosses those I's, dots those T's, and or the other way around. And just make sure he wants to get it home. So he's letting, well, he's letting some cars go past. Oh, he gets knocked a bit. But there's plenty of space behind him. Back to Alexander. Goes over the triples for the last time. And he crosses the finish line, gets the checkered flag, and Dario Vercelli is the EFRA large-scale off-road European champion for 2012. That was a great race. Talk us through it from your perspective.
The final was hard for me. It was not so easy. The competition is very big, so little mistake, you know, then it cost me such a place, and I maybe more than half final I saved the fuel, so I can be sure, because after semi-final we noticed some problem. Then we changed some things on the car, put longer gear also, and close the carburetor, so we can be sure that we can drive 30 minutes. But finally, they're too lucky. I'm the European champion. Thanks.
Yeah. That's great job. Great job. Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you very much.